Hey, good Tuesday morning, and thanks for checking out your latest longer range forecast outlook. Michael Clark with BAM Weather. We're going to talk about the extended forecast today, what the pattern's looking like going forward the next several weeks, and a potentially rather quick change to a warmer and drier pattern as we're getting into May. We'll talk about it. Hey, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share this with a friend if it brings you any value or you enjoyed the analysis today. We appreciate the share and the love on the video. So soil moisture percentile index. I'm going to go a little bit deeper into this here in just a moment, but you can see obviously the areas that are still dry here across the north central plains, southern Canadian prairies, and the areas here in northern Illinois, northern Indiana, southern Michigan that need the rain we talked about in yesterday's analysis. And then obviously where the rainfall has been excessive in the last couple of days down here across Illinois, Missouri, and portions of eastern Oklahoma. Currently, there's some rain going on up here across eastern Iowa and into portions of northern Illinois. So they're getting some rain. How far east will it go will be the question here as we go throughout the day. Clarity's future 24-hour rainfall forecast updates every hour, goes out 24 hours. It shows this rainfall here moving east over the next several hours, potentially giving northern Illinois, you can analyze this map by the way, a half inch to locally perhaps an inch of rain here, getting as far east as Chicago and northern Indiana before dying out. So again, we're going to watch that cluster of showers and thunderstorms move through here this morning. Elsewhere across the area, again, just looking at rainfall over the next day, there'll be some rain and thunderstorms across portions of Texas and the deep south and southeast as well going forward. All right, so let's take a look here at, in general, just the, if I can click on it, there we go. In general, the 1 month difference in the column relative soil moisture profile. And we can see, obviously, the area that has been inundated with moisture here over the last 30 days. I think we're about ready to see a change. All right. I think we're about ready to get a little bit drier in here. After a period of some rain this week, I think we're going to dry it up in here as well. I'm going to talk about kind of why I think that. Again, there's that same map. It's the Sport List soil moisture map. 0 to 3.5 feet down is the 0 to 100 centimeter reading. And so, again, some much-needed rain is coming for portions of Kansas and Nebraska, western Iowa, and South Dakota for sure. I'm not sure how long it hangs around. This is a look at the 60-day percent of normal rainfall, precipitation. And again, we see the areas here that need the moisture in the western grain belt, no question about it. It's a goofy area, but it's there. You're going to get some moisture relief in South Texas here over the next couple of days. We don't necessarily have a big deficit here, rather than it's developed more in the last 30 days or so right there. This is probably a spot to watch. Temperatures the last 30 days have been at or slightly above normal if you are in the central and southern U.S. Very, very warm Texas, deep south, Arklatex regions there. Temperatures running 4 to as much as 6 degrees or even 8 degrees above the normal. Colder, below normal temperatures in the eastern Grain Belt, Ohio Valley, Great Lakes, and the Northeast. All right. Let's take a look here on our Synoptic weather platform. And this is the beta version. You can trial it out at synopticwx.com if you're more of an enthusiast or you like weather models and you don't like restrictions and you like fast load times. You can check it out. 48 hours forecast here. I'm gonna go to the 24-hour forecast, and again, you can see that cluster of rain I was talking about here over eastern Iowa and getting into northern Illinois and working into northern Indiana. You can see that for sure. Going forward, there's going to be another aggressive area of showers and thunderstorms develop. And this is going to come across southeastern Nebraska, portions of Kansas, and into northwestern Missouri. This would come Wednesday night and into Thursday. All right, and I can kind of, again, interrogate this, zoom down. There's no domain restrictions. I don't have to worry about reloading or changing maps. But the overnight HRRR aggressive here across portions of central Kansas, anywhere from a half inch to locally almost 3 inches of rain if you ask that particular model. A couple of other higher resolution models have quite a different say in things. This is the FV3. You can see it has the heavy rain, but it's further north and west. We look at our ARW model. It doesn't have much. And then you go to the NAM3, the overnight NAM, and it was goofy as well. We've got an interesting forecast out here, one that may come with its challenges. I'll show you the RAP model. You go to the 9Z run that goes all the way out. The RAP a little bit closer to the HRRR. Again, you can see how quick I can navigate this. It's got a suggestion that generally somewhere in here, turn on the drawing tool, there's going to be a heavy rain event Wednesday night into Thursday. That's what we're going to watch. All right. So again, just some fun analysis there with some of the different weather models. I'm going to go in daily chunks here using the evening European run. And we'll pull up the old toolbar here so we can kind of see this. But here's the Tuesday into Wednesday forecast. All right, again, you can see what the European is showing. All right, we'll zoom it out that's a good view right there. And you can see the rainfall suggestions there across, again, Kansas. Models vary, with what they're suggesting. But nonetheless, they've got it there, right? We're going into Wednesday night into Thursday. And you can see really adding up the rain there. These are 24-hour chunks, so some of that bleeds into this. But you can see the overall suggestion of rainfall, where it will fall, Wednesday 8 p.m. through Thursday 8 p.m., 24-hour chunk here. We'll go to the next one, Thursday night through Friday night. You can see the system picks up and moves east, okay? And it'll bring scattered rain and thunderstorms throughout the area. Some locations here possibly getting in on a half an inch to perhaps 3/4 of an inch of rain. Heavier totals, northern Iowa, southern Minnesota. I love it. Isn't Synoptic so cool? This is just awesome. We'll take it forward another day. That system's going up off into the north and east. They're going to get some rainfall up there locally, up to an inch and a half of rain in a 24-hour period. And then we'll come back out here to the Ag Belt. More rain and thunderstorms across Nebraska, portions of Kansas, and the panhandles of Texas and Oklahoma. I'll go out one more day, which is Saturday into Sunday. And again, more scattered rain activity. And so this area here, rather active. In fact, if we look at the 7-day rainfall total here, I'll take you out to the 7 days. There it is from the European. Okay, there's some rain east here still as well. More scattered in nature, but below normal as well. Remember, we are late April into May, which there's a lot of rain that averages out here in that time frame. So something to keep in mind. In that time frame, there is a day 7 severe weather outlook. And that's going to be for basically a week from today, Tuesday into Wednesday of next week. I can show you that real quick here. We'll turn the drawing off. You see that big area of low pressure right there? The European hinting at a strong storm system being possible in here. This would be next Tuesday night. And again, there's your low pressure system. And there's your trailing cold front. Another low develops here as well. But it may bring enough energy and instability to the atmosphere to bring some stronger thunderstorms a week from today, looking at the Synoptic platform. Also, day 3, remember I just talked about this. We talked about the excessive rainfall Wednesday into Thursday. That's the area we just circled. There's a slight risk for excessive rainfall there. Week 1, week 2 takeaway on precipitation on the left. I've got the Canadian model on the top left, European on the bottom left. This is week 1, right? Okay, you can see again the focal point of above normal rainfalls on the Canadian ensemble. I'm choosing the Canadian ensemble given the negative AAM and the mid levels of the mid latitudes. The Canadian does better with that, and if you don't know what that means, keep watching. You'll learn more about the atmospheric angular momentum. Again, it rains east, but it's drier than normal. It's below the average. Week 2 Canadian here. Week 2 European. Watch this. Look at this suggestion. Look what's happening. The entire grain belt is going below normal precipitation week 2. Interesting, right? Well, mid-latitude, negative angular momentum, and some similar years analog-wise, like 2012, 2001, 2006, suggesting pattern could go warm and dry pretty quick into May. Okay. I'm also seeing some suggestions of some omega blocking patterns on the weather models, which is interesting. And I'll show you what I mean by this. Again, we'll go back to Synoptic and see if I actually didn't look at this on the European. I probably should have. But the omega blocking pattern, and you can kind of see the indication of it here a little bit. Let me see if it's any more indication on the GFS. Yeah, there it is. Look at that, just rearing its ugly head. This is the omega blocking pattern, and what that is, it's the Greek letter, the alpha omega letter in the Greek alphabet. Trough east of the ridge, or trough west of the ridge in the center. Upper level winds cut off, precip shuts off. That's the omega block. And it's when that starts to kind of rear its ugly head, pattern calms down, as you're seeing here in the forecast analysis. 15-day European AI, rainfall from normal. Over 15 days, we're picking up on a lack of moisture here. Okay, again, all signs point to warmer and drier pattern coming. Week 1 on the left, week 2 on the right. Everything's warm. No reason to second guess that. Week 3 and 4 are the 16 to 30 day forecast. This is our analogs. This is our years that match similar pattern progression. Gosh, it looks an awful lot like that, doesn't it? Or like this, or like that. Now, whenever the analogs start talking, we start to get a little concerned. It's going to be great to get out and get field work done. Mid to late May, there's going to be rapid planting going on every day, everywhere, because a lot of people are behind. But indications are a quick snap to warmer and drier here in mid to late May. And it could get fairly warm at times, perhaps significantly warm. Something to keep in mind. Officially, the 16 to 30 day outlook, the 6th through the 19th of May, targeting below normal precipitation. One thing to keep in mind, at times, if the ridge can slide east a little bit, if the ridge can set up shop a little further east, there's wetter risks that can establish later in the period here, possibly. Possibly. I want you to just keep that word possibly in mind. And the temperature forecast here, above to much above normal temperatures. And a couple of instances that wouldn't shock me where temperatures in this particular region here have a couple of episodes of very, very warm. Very, very warm. So we will keep you posted as always. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Share it with a friend. I'll talk to you again soon.